Is the new Vivi card overrated? Let's talk about it. What's up, captains? Welcome back to the other decks. My name's Casual Dobo, and today we're going to be talking about OP04 because, to be honest, the reveals have gotten kind of crazy. And there's been a lot of cards since sort of the last time we talked spoilers. Now, that said, I am not going to go over every single one of those cards because, I don't really want to spend time talking about stuff like Vanilla Law, which, honestly, just why? Why, Bandai? Instead, I do want to talk about the most exciting reveals, at least in my opinion, including things like Black-Green Isha and the new Secret Rare Vivi. So, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Alright, so starting us off, we have Bloo Queen. Oh boy, it's already started. And yes, I'm going to be making some really cursed nicknames for a lot of these color combos, so watch out. In fact, let me know down in the comments which cursed color combo name do you like the most, because there's going to be a lot of them. But Pleo, aka Blue Yellow Queen, is 5k power, 4 life, but has the ability Dawn ×1 when attacking. If the total number of cards in your life and your hand is 4 or less, draw 1 card. And if you have a character with a cost of 8 or more, you may place up to 1 card from the top of your deck on top of your life instead of drawing 1 card. So a lot of things to kind of dive into there, but essentially this is really an ability that's built for the late game defense, right? It's an interesting ability without a doubt, right? But I'm a bit concerned about, actually being able to get the ability off, right? Because 4 cards in both your life and your hand, that is incredibly specific. And if I tried to build this now without looking at everything that's coming in the set, I'd probably be looking to run a lot of trigger cards in the deck in order to get a little bit of extra value from reloading my life. Keeping up with the Animal Kingdom Pirates, we have Blue Sasaki. So 3 cost to play, 4,000 power, counter plus 2k, which is nice. But on play, return all cards in your hand to your deck and then shuffle your deck. Then draw cards equal to the number of cards returned to the deck. This essentially gives you a free mulligan, which is awesome. If you're unable to find your pieces, just reroll. And while this isn't as good as a searcher, it's honestly pretty good for Bloo Queen or everyone's favorite Blurple Kaido. But hopefully Animal Kingdom Pirates still gets a searcher. Next up, and honestly this one's a bit of a head scratcher, but we have Purple Frankie. 1 cost to play, 1,000 power, counter plus 2k, but on your opponent's turn, once per turn, Dawn -1. If your leader has the Water 7 type, up to one of your leader or characters gains plus 1k power during the battle. So it's a 2k counter in hand, 1k power, or 1k counter, on the field. But the biggest question I have is, why? Why are we getting this? Iceberg support? Who asked for this? And honestly, this kind of feels a bit like a throwaway. Because to be honest, in my opinion, and I know we haven't gone over OP03 yet, but spoiler alert, there's no amount of support that's going to make Iceberg good. Let alone meta. At least not yet. And who knows, perhaps we'll get even more support in this set, but honestly, I really hope not. I want Purple to show me more Baroque work stuff support. Sort of like what they did earlier when they revealed this next card. A solid purple reveal in Miss Valentine Mikita. 2 cost to play, 2,000 power, counter plus 1k, but on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal 1 card with Baroque works in one of its types and add it to your hand. Then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Now this is the card I wanted to see for the Animal Kingdom Pirates. Because if you've been following the last 2 sets, or if you're in Japan, the last 3 sets, it's clear that the most effective and meta decks have been the ones that have had powerful searchers. And this can take Pleo. Pleo is a bad nickname, isn't it? This can take Pleo Croc and Blurple Crocodile to the next level. So this card I absolutely love. Speaking of leaders, we do gotta talk about Bleen Isha. That's right, Black, Green, Bleen Isha is a 5k attacker, 4 life, but Dawn ×1. On your turn, give -1 cost to all of your opponent's characters. Fantastic. But that's not all. Then, at the end of your turn, tap 1, set up to one of your characters with a cost of 5 or less as active. Now, with that second ability, first thing that comes to mind is Blocker Law, honestly, which is a really good green card. But also, Borsalino. Really any blocker that can kind of attack, then restand, right? Because this leader does everything that green and black wants to do. And this is honestly a very powerful leader to look out for. Probably my favorite to, like, early favorite to take over the meta. I'm calling it now. Now, the last thing we gotta talk about in OP04 is the magazine scan of the secret rare Vivi. Vivi is 7 cost to play, 4,000 power, counter plus 1k. But all of your red characters with a cost of 3 or more, other than this character, gains Rush. That ability is absolutely nuts. Like, 3 cost or more? Like, that means on subsequent terms, Whitebeard, Rush. Promo Ace, double attack and Rush. Ben Beckman, Rush. Nuts. That said, the only thing that you can really do on the turn that you play Vivi is followed up with a 3 cost during the initial turn. And that's just because of the raw cost, right? 7 plus 3 equals 10. But the one question I started this whole entire video with is Vivi overrated? Will she be overpriced? Yeah. But is she going to be overrated? Honestly, I think the answer is the same. I think she might be, right? A little bit of a trap. Because the problem with this Vivi is that it is 4k power. And honestly, there's a lot of removal in the game that can handle this. You know, you do need to dedicate, as it stands right now, at least 2 cards to get her within kill range, except for the new Pel card that I didn't talk about here. But especially Vivi is kill on sight. Like, if you see your opponent playing red, you have to assume that Vivi is going to be coming out onto the board at some point, and so we are going to be saving our removal just in case. Holding our jet pistols, our Otamas, our fire fists, our Sakazukis. Like, any removal we can think of, we are holding it for Vivi. As an opponent, you're only really worried about what the follow-up play is, because I think what Vivi players are really banking on is that their opponent does not have the answer during that moment. Because if they don't, all hell breaks loose. And maybe in that sense, Vivi is not overrated. Sure, Vivi might be removal bait, right? But if your opponent is unable to answer it, just go crazy. Just do red things. But let me know what you think. Do you think Vivi is overrated? Do you think OP04 is shaping out to be your super fun set? What are you hoping for in future reveals? Let me know in the comments down below. Honestly, OP04 is shaping up to be a very fun set just from these reveals alone, but that's not everything that's been released. We'll be doing more spoiler season videos leading up to the OP04 release in Japan, so if that's something you're interested in, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you're excited for, and if you want to check out more OP04 reveals, check out this video here. Thank you so much for watching, really appreciate it, and captains, remember, build what you like, play what you love, and I'll catch you in the next video.